Hello everybody and welcome to Blue Pixie Cupcakes. Today I'm going to show you how to make these really cute and pretty realistic fondant sleeping babies. I get so many requests for these for baby showers, christenings, and as gifts for those who've recently given birth, and people go crazy for them. They always want to know, are they edible and how did I make them? And the truth is they're not really that hard to make at all. And I'm going to show you exactly what to do and share with you my experiences and how to get the best results. So this is everything you're going to need to make the fondant babies, and I'll link everything in the description box below. So I've got two moulds. The first is a first impression mould. There's usually 5 different sizes, and this is in the size that's small. These are pretty hard to get in the UK and fairly expensive, so I have actually got another mould which is from eBay. I think I typed in sleeping baby mould and it came up with lots of different choices, and this one costs about £3, so it's also a lot cheaper. And then we can see the difference between the two. You're also going to need modelling paste rather than sugar paste for this. Modelling paste is a lot easier to handle. It holds its shape a lot better and dries hard, which is what we want for this. I've used a lot of different brands, and I find the Carlos Lischati one the best for getting the smoothest baby and picking up all the intricate detail of the baby's face and things like that. So I've got the colour beige for that one, but I've also got Squire's Kitchen sugar modelling paste in Teddy Bear Brown. You're also going to need some edible colour dusts, and I'm using the Sugar Flare brand for these. I've got the colours chocolate, nutkin brown, peach and dusky pink. And finally you're going to need some paintbrushes. I've got 2 here. So these are Pure Sable brushes, and I've got number 5 here and number 3. Okay, so I want to mould together about 3/4 of the beige with a tiny amount. It's probably less than 1/4 of the Teddy Bear Brown. And you want to mould these together until they're well combined and you can't see any of the brown coming through. You just want it nice and evenly blended, and also nice and pliable as well to use. Okay, so once you've got the colour you're after, what you want to do is take a smaller amount and roll that into like an egg shape, so it's nice and smooth. And then taking your mould, you want to put the smoothest side down into the mould, and you want to push down into the middle of the mould, and then anything around the edge, take that in then into the middle and push in. And then using your thumb, just take any excess away. You don't want to use a knife for this because it could easily cut the mould, and I've done that before, so you don't want to do that. Okay, put that away. And then just make sure you push really hard and get into all the nooks and crannies of the mould, paying particular attention to the face and the head area, so you can get into all the little areas of the nose, the mouth, and the ears, things like that. Okay, and then just tidy up around the edges so it's all nice and clean. So once that's done, what we want to do is pop that in the freezer for about 15 minutes to harden up. You want to ensure when you take the baby out of the mould that it easily holds its shape and none of the delicate features are damaged. So I'm going to pop that in the freezer now, and then I'll come back. Okay, so these have been in the freezer for 15 minutes and they're now nice and hard. So we just want to take them out of the mould. So you want to start by loosening all of the sides. And then push that out onto some greaseproof paper You want to make sure you put it on greaseproof paper because when it dries, you don't want it to stick. Okay. And there we have it. We have our two babies, so you can see the difference. They're pretty much exactly the same, really. The only difference is the size, but then I did get a smaller size for the eBay mould, so you can get larger sizes. And the eBay mould, it doesn't have like the detail on the toes like the First Impressions mould, but I think I just got a Duff mould, so just make sure when you do order yours that it does have all that detail on it, and otherwise send it back. But what we want to do now is we want to leave those to dry, preferably overnight. You don't want to touch them now. They're going to get wet and sticky because they've come out from the cold freezer into the warm atmosphere, so it's just going to get really damp. If you try and put any edible dusts on there now or touch it, it's just going to look a mess. So just leave it and wait till it's fully dried, and then we can start to add a bit more detail with our edible dusts. Okay, so this one is nice and dry. So what we want to do is add a bit more colour to it with our edible dusts. So using the number 3 paintbrush, what I want to do is basically use a bit of that chocolate brown, just a tiny bit on the tip of the paintbrush, and add that to the peach colour, and then just fully mix that in so we just get a slightly darker colour, and add a bit more brown if you need to. Make sure that's fully mixed in, and then that's giving me the colour that I'm after. Make sure you tap off any excess of the dust because you only want a bit on there. We don't want to paint the baby bright colours, we just want to bring it to life slightly. So once you've tapped it all off, very gently, what we want to do is just paint in all the creases of the baby. So where you've got all the creases along here, mouth, eyes, hands, the bum, the back. So I'm just gonna do that all the way around. Okay, so once we've done that, I'm going to take a bit of the dusky pink colour and tap off that. And you only want a really small amount to make sure you dab off most of the colour. And then I'm just going to add some pink into the cheek area. Here we go. And then finally, I'm just going to use the larger brush, and I'm going to use the Nutkin Brown, doing exactly the same thing, tapping off the excess, and then painting that on for the hair. And for this, you want to make sure that you paint away from the body because you don't want to get any of that brown on the rest of the body. There you have it. This really cute, beautiful little fondant baby. So these will keep for a few weeks, so really good for making in advance. You just got to make sure you store it in a dry, cool place. I tend to put mine in a cardboard box, such as the shoebox. And you can also decorate your babies by putting little nappies or hats on them, for example. And you can see how this is done in my second video, and I'll put a link to that in the description below. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. Please hit the subscribe button for more videos like this, and don't forget to like and subscribe to notifications. Thanks for watching, guys.